Hi, welcome back. This is part 2 of today's town hall and campaign update with me, Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki, a presidential candidate. And I just talked about the fact that the election was held. Maybe we don't need to hold a new one because it could be that what is needed, so people who voted provisionally, maybe we just count their votes and then it's a done election. So let's see what ends up happening with my lawsuit and with the Supreme Court. Now the Democrats and the Republicans, they keep putting up and talking about these fake deadlines, that, oh, there's a deadline, you got to give us money. And you know what that's all about, really? That's about this matching funds thing that we do every tax year when we fill out our tax return. It asks, do you want to give $1 or $3 to the presidential election fund? So if we don't like all those stupid commercials that they put out, because technically they don't need our money, they're only doing it so that they can get more money and then make more stupid commercials. And also what they do is they pay the TV people, the media. They pay the media, the general media, especially TV channels, so CNN, Fox, and other ones, to not cover other candidates. That's what they're doing. They're paying them to be quiet. It's hush money. So do you want to donate there, and then you donate during the campaign, and then what happens is they get matching funds when you donate during the campaign from that fund, and they might even get money from that fund for other things. So I think we need to cut their money source off. Now, I never wanted my money going to the Republicans and the Democrats in the first place. The fact that they got money because of pleading with us to give them money, I mean, I'm never giving to that fund again. Sorry, I'm just never doing it. The Democrats and Republicans set it up. They know all about it. They're the only ones using it, and or maybe a few friends that they told in other places. But stop. We got to stop donating to that, because it just is creating our own annoyance, of these stupid ads that they make. And so there is no deadline. There was no deadline. They were lying. It's lying. And just, let's just help them to not lie, because they can't seem to do it on their own. So stop giving to that fund when you fill out your tax return this year, the following year, and let's actually get that off the tax return, because I don't want any more of those stupid commercials. I don't want to hear their lies. I want to hear from other candidates. And this money is just going to keep, it's hush money to keep everybody else out and keep the media silent, so that everyone thinks there's only 2 candidates in any race, whether it's Senate, whether it's House of Representatives, mayor, all of these things. Everybody's going to think there's just 2, because they use our money to make sure the media only covers the Democrats and the Republicans. And this is wrong. It's wrong. I don't want my money going for it. I don't think you want your money going for it. So please stop. I'm going to stop. You need to stop. I mean, I suggest you stop. I cannot make you stop. If you like to hear them lie, then keep giving them money. But I'm stopping. I've had enough. And yeah, so the manipulation is enough now in the election process too, and that needs to stop. And that's another thing that's on my list, is to get the Democrats and the Republicans to pay us back for the damages, for stealing our votes, for manipulating our votes for the past 120 years or something like that. It's enough. It's not at all acceptable. So This is another thing that's on my list. It's number 3 that we got to do. Then starts my real plan for the future, and that is to pay mothers. We start right away. Pay mothers to stay at home, to come home and be full-time mothers. And we need to change our school system too in that way, where kids will come home for lunch and go back to school. Schools are going to be changing, as you know, where high school kids will be going off to apprenticeships. So that means that will trigger, we need we need mass transit everywhere. So I want to turn our school bus routes into public buses where anyone can get on and they go all day long. And so we also need to make sure that they're running efficiently and fuel efficient. They don't have to be but I want them to be hybrid. So that creates jobs, of course. So anyway, it's one step and then the next. So we pay mothers to stay home and raise the kids. And if those mothers are, if their kids are like 4 and under, then they're sort of the community mothers, where there'll be a little community building where you can go and spend time together with other mothers so that your kids meet before they get to school, and you also can connect and get some tips and ideas and celebrate little things together. And you don't have to mess up your house about it, so you can go there and make a mess and clean up together, and the kids learn how to do these things together. And there can be other activities like, mom and me, workshops and things where you can make a mess and it's okay, and learn new crafting things and just have experiences together. There can also be little coffees where like people might stop by and say hi and meet moms, grandma connection, grandpa connections, where people can come and meet the local kids and have coffee and experiences together, a little community center. Because we definitely, with COVID, we fell apart there, and we need to bring back community. So then also with the mother coming home, there will be training about how to be a stay-at-home mom and what to do, and the community center. And so we got lots of good things coming, job-generating experiences and things of that nature. So yeah. Then, we've talked many times about abortion, and I'm not going to go into detail here, but there's a operation that is medically needed. The one that they're always talking about in the news, it's called a D&E, so D like dog and E like elephant. So the D&E, that is a dangerous one, and I don't even know why they're doing it. In the olden days, they used to dilate the cervix and put their hands in, and you can see with your fingers, without seeing. But nowadays, there's no excuse for not seeing what you're doing as a doctor anyways. We have ultrasound, so not seeing what you're doing is complete lies. And even back then, it was lies. So I'm not sure why any doctor was doing that operation, and it probably shouldn't be done. So it needs to be completely stopped. I agree with that. That operation should just not be done. It's dangerous for everyone involved. But the operation known as abortion, the various forms of aborting or performing a removal of a placenta, those need to be available. all throughout a woman or girl's life, because there are things that grow in the uterus that need to come out, not just babies. So anyways, those things do need to still be available. They don't have to be available everywhere. We could have specialists so that not every doctor is required to know how to do it. And that could be a solution. That's what other countries are doing. But that needs to be 100% available always. Termination of pregnancy can be also many things. So nowadays, if you get pregnant, you can terminate it and freeze it for future use if you're not ready. Or you can, of course, obviously, you can go through with it. Or you can donate it to someone else. Maybe somebody else would like to have a baby. So that would be putting it up for adoption. So, you can keep it or put it up for adoption. Or another possibility is you can donate it to science. So these are the three things that have always existed, and they should always exist. And so, putting things up for science helps humanity to move forward, to find cures, to find new answers to things. So it's not the wrong choice either. So these are things that need to be finalized, and we need to make sure that this is available throughout a girl or a woman's life. Science, we're still all really in studies, and so there's no way to get around from that. Then for men, for fathers, I should say, I want you to have one day off a week where you can be a father. It's an important job. And right now, most fathers are pretty stressed out because, you're just working so many jobs so that you can spend a little bit of time with your kids. And this is not good. So we need to give you a day off. We give you training. And then you can spend one day a week paid by the government to stay home and be a father. And I think this will help. So you'll have like a 3-day weekend, basically, instead of a 2-day weekend. I think that will help a great deal. Then I was originally thinking it would be good to get back to our roots. We have a lot of stress and struggles going on with identity, with storytelling, and of our past and our ancestors and how people got here. And I was thinking, it's our 250 year anniversary of our country in 26. So I was thinking it would be good to have everybody go visit a country where they think they came from. But, I think a lot of people are quite nervous about travel and flying and all sorts of things. So some people might not be ready for that. So maybe we might have to slightly come up with a different idea. My concept was, to spend about $20,000 on each U.S. citizen, and in celebration. So maybe instead of offering a specific concept, maybe we just ask each person how they feel and where they think they want to go. Or do how they would like that $20,000 to be spent. That might be the better way to go about it. So yeah. So that's that thought keeps changing a little bit. I mean, I do think it's good to go back to where you think your heritage, your family history came from. I mean, a lot of us are mixed. I certainly am, but I'm definitely European, and Eastern European, West and Eastern European. Um, but of course, that's just my story. There are people who are from many other places. And so, I don't know. I think everyone should be able to decide how they want to spend that money. And it doesn't have to be on a trip from where they came from. It could be a trip anywhere. It could be a trip also in the USA, or it could be many other things. Maybe they need some work done, or a home, or I don't know. Just various things might be needed. So I think we need to still keep that in mind as the celebration expenditures for the 250th year anniversary of our country in 2026. But exactly how and where people want to spend it, that's up to them. So we'll be talking more about that in the future. But yeah. Then the last thing I had, creating a more perfect union. So when I started out, I called this a more perfect union platform. But I've since changed that because, I just decided it was not the best terminology for this either. So it's just my platform, no special title to it. As you know, I want to make everyone who is earning $100,000 a year or less, they don't have to pay taxes at all. Anyone who has bank accounts, all your bank accounts, wealth throughout the world needs to be tallied on January 1st or December 31st, and whatever that savings tally is, whatever your money that you have that's sitting around not being spent, that money will be taxed at 1%, and a quarter of that 1% of all the wealth that comes in, a quarter of that will go to Social Security. But the first 100,000 for each person is also free. So if you have over 100,000 in various bank accounts all over the world, that needs to be tallied, and that you will pay tax on 1%. So that is the tax concept. It should help a lot of people too, who are struggling paying taxes on everything. It's not easy, and that should allow you to get out from under the tax burdens, because there's income tax, there's sales tax. The sales tax I can't do much about. I think it's just best to pay whatever taxes are on things in your state, and certain states are more expensive than others. But federally, no income tax on anyone who makes under 100,000, and no taxes on your first 100,000 that you have in the bank. If you have more than 100,000 in the bank, then you pay taxes on that. If you make over 100,000, if you make over 100,000, then you pay taxes on that, following the usual U.S. tax code. That's whatever is out there. And then it should be not a problem to do that, because you'll be able to afford an accountant, because you clearly have enough money to do that. So that's where I am with my to-do list. we're working on that election fraud stuff still, and then the rest of it is moving forward with making life easier for families. That's the priority, folks. So that's my news for now. What else? It's just a matter of time at this time, right? So I don't know what else to say. All right, so it's been an interesting year. I've learned a lot. I hope you have too. And I'm still working towards bringing peace as well, whether it's through art or through diplomacy. That will be left to be seen. So today's town hall and campaign update is in 2 parts. Sorry about that. For some reason, I'm up on top of a hillside, which I should have plenty of signal, but for some reason, my first video got cut off. So, anyways, thank you for stopping by. I wish you all a nice day wherever you are, and if you want to look and see more about what I'm doing with my lawsuit, it's on my website, which is susan4usa.com. You can find out more there. And that's about it. So thank you for stopping by. My name is Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki, or Susan Buchser for short, and I wish you a nice day wherever you are. Bye for now.